If you've been watching other YouTube videos about replacing power steering fluid and thinking that you'll be able to use a turkey baster for a Jeep Commander, it's not going to get you very far. Unless the goal is to remove a few tablespoons worth of fluid, you're going to need a siphon pump for this project because a turkey baster will not fit the reservoir. I wasn't having any issues with my power steering necessarily, I just felt like doing some preventive maintenance because the fluid was dark. If the fluid is slightly red on a paper towel, then it's still good, but mine was already black. This beginner's tutorial won't remove all of the old fluid, but it will get most of it out of the reservoir and enhance the Jeep's overall handling and smoothness of steering. For this project, you'll need to lift the front of the Jeep, and you'll see why later. I'm not going to cover that process here, but have included the link to that video along with my Jeep Commander playlist in the description. If you have no intentions of buying a floor jack and stands, then you might as well stop watching now, because the rest of this video is going to be a bigger waste of time than when I confessed my love over a web chat. And this is going to sound stupid or whatever, but would you like to be my girlfriend? Good friend. Would you like to be my good friend and help me come up with original ideas for my YouTube because I'm terribly camera shy and have no creativity? So after the Jeep has been raised and the pump assembled, you're ready to start collecting the old fluid using an empty container. On a side note, if you end up doing this, try to siphon the old fluid through the red tube first and leave off the black tube entirely. I got ahead of myself and connected both pieces, when in reality I think that setup would be used to siphon a fuel tank instead, but it is what it is. You're only going to be able to remove so much at a time before you'll need to stop and rotate the steering wheel all the way to the left, then to the right, and back to center. This will bring more fluid to the surface, and you can repeat these steps until you can't get any more out of the reservoir. Now you see why the Jeep needs to be off the ground. For my Commander, I ended up removing about 16 ounces and felt like that was all I was going to get out of it. I put back roughly the same amount of the new, periodically checking the fluid levels just to make sure I didn't overfill. And similar to the disposing of motor oil, check with your local dump or landfill because they should be able to recycle it for free. And in case you were wondering, yes, what little bit of the old fluid was left behind will mix in with the new, but I can assure you, 3 months later and my power steering is still buttery smooth. That's actually when I recorded the hands-on part of this tutorial, but I just now got around to editing. I'll also let you know right now that I currently do not have any more Jeep Commander videos in the works, but I do have a few Jeep ideas that keep coming to mind that I will most likely upload sooner than later. Until then, thanks for watching, and be sure to check out my Jeep Commander playlist in the description.